Rock Freak here, and welcome back this month for another episode of Otaku Puppy Podcast. It feels like just yesterday we were chatting about our latest anime obsessions, and here we are again, diving into another gem. I hope you've all been having a fantastic month and getting in plenty of anime viewing, because I certainly have. Today we're doing one of my favorite types of episodes, an anime spotlight. This is where I pick one anime that's been on my mind, or perhaps when I've just started watching, and we dig into it. I'll tell you if I enjoyed it, what stood out to me, and if I haven't finished it yet, whether or not I plan to see it through to the end. For this month's spotlight, we're taking a trip back to 2014 to talk about a shoujo romance that seems to have captured the hearts of many, Blue Spring Ride, or, as some of you might know it, Ao Haru Ride. Now, before I jump into my personal thoughts, let's set the stage for anyone who might not be familiar with this series. Blue Spring Ride centers around a high school girl named Futaba Yoshioka. What's really interesting about Futaba at the start of the story is her deliberate effort to repel attention. You see, while most young girls might try to show off their feminine charms, Futaba does the complete opposite. In middle school, she faced a bit of a tough time. She was ostracized by her female classmates for being a little too popular with the boys. That's a pretty rough experience for anyone, especially at that age. So, fast forward to high school, and Futaba is desperately trying to avoid a similar situation. She goes out of her way to be unnecessarily noisy and graceful, hoping to blend in and not stand out too much in a way that might invite the same kind of jealousy. It's a relatable struggle, I think, trying to find your place and avoid past mistakes. However, amidst Futaba's rather unpleasant memories of middle school, there are some really treasured ones. These bright spots are the moments she shared with a boy she had a major crush on, Ko Tanaka. Their connection seems to have been something special, but it unfortunately ended abruptly and on a pretty sour note when Ko suddenly stopped attending school and never came back. Just imagine how that felt for her. That sudden, unexplained disappearance of someone you had feelings for. Talk about unresolved emotions. But, as fate would have it, the story picks up when Futaba finds out that Ko has returned. There's a catch, though. He's back with a different last name this time, now known as Komabuchi. As soon as she discovers this, Futaba can already feel those familiar butterflies in her stomach. You can almost feel her anticipation, that hope that things might go back to how they were. However, as is often the case with time and growth, Komabuchi isn't quite the warm boy that she remembers from her middle school days. He's grown taller, become more charismatic in a different way, but also much more withdrawn. This new Ko is far less approachable, which definitely adds a new layer of complexity to their reunion. Futaba, still holding on to that past connection, believes that if she can just return to her former, more genuine self, the self she was when she knew Ko Tanaka, he'll begin to notice her again. It's a sweet but also potentially risky thought. The big question the anime poses is whether she's prepared to sacrifice her current bubble of normalcy and risk losing the friends she's made in her new high school life in the process. It's a classic internal conflict. Authenticity versus fitting in, and what we're willing to give up for love or acceptance. Now, let's talk about my personal experience with Blue Spring Ride. I'm going to be honest, I wasn't really sure what to expect from this anime at first. I've heard its name thrown around a lot in the shoujo community, but I hadn't properly looked into it. However, even though I'm only 3 episodes into the series as of recording this, I can tell you that I am really enjoying it so far. It's definitely captivated my attention. What immediately jumped out to me were the vibes. It sort of gives me similar vibes to another romance anime I really loved, Honey Lemon Soda. There's a certain lightheartedness mixed with genuine emotional depth that both seem to share. It's that feeling of watching characters navigate the awkward, exciting, and sometimes painful journey of first love and self-discovery. I particularly adore the interactions between Ko and Futaba. Even in these early episodes, you can feel the history between them, but also the new tension and uncertainty. Ko's new detached personality is a fascinating contrast to the Futaba we see now, and watching them try to bridge that gap or stumble into moments of genuine connection is just delightful. Their conversations, even the brief glances, hold so much unspoken history and future potential. It's those subtle moments that really make a romance anime shine for me. Also, from the little I've seen, I really appreciate the underlying message that seems to be emerging from the anime. It's a message that resonates deeply. The importance of being yourself and not trying to be who you think people want you to be or trying to fit in with the crowd at the expense of your true self. Futaba's journey of trying to shed her noisy and graceless persona and finding her authentic self, especially in relation to Ko, is a powerful theme. It's something I think many of us can relate to, whether it's in school, at work, or even just in our friend groups. Learning to be comfortable in your own skin is a lifelong process, and seeing characters navigate that in an anime is always a plus in my book. So, the big question, do I plan to finish the series? Absolutely. I am certainly captivated and plan to see Futaba and Ko's story through to the very end. I'm eager to see how their relationship develops, how Futaba grows, and what challenges they'll face. My final thoughts on Blue Spring Ride so far are overwhelmingly positive. If you like slice-of-life romance-type animes, especially those with a focus on character growth and realistic emotional stakes, then you will probably enjoy this as well. It's got that classic shoujo charm with enough depth to keep you invested. Definitely add it to your watch list if you haven't seen it yet, or if you're looking for something new to dive into. All right, everyone, that's it for this month's Anime Spotlight. What do you think of Blue Spring Ride? Have you seen it? Did you love it, or did it not quite hit the mark for you? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, if you enjoyed this episode, please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on next month's Otaku Puppy Podcast. Until then, stay awesome, keep watching great anime, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.